Alexandra is in Stamford, Connecticut. Hi, Alexandra. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Chris. Thank you guys so much for taking my call.
Sure.
So I am a junior in college studying computer science at an Ivy League. So I am $115,000, $743 in debt. So $22,000 is federal loans and the rest is a Parent Plus loan from my mom. So my parents are immigrants from Cameroon. So I was born and raised here in Connecticut. And I really want to work before I get my master's because I'm pretty sure I'm going to go to another Ivy. And I don't really know how to explain to them that, because I don't want to be like ashamed. You know, everyone keeps saying like, oh, when you leave school, you're not going to want to come back. But it's like student loans are normal for everybody, right? Because it's like at the end of the day, if you have like an Ivy League, that means that you've just made it, especially when your parents have been through so much in their other countries.
Okay.
So what do you think I should do?
How can we help you? What's your question?
Yeah, so I just want to know like how I can explain to my family that I want to work instead of go to school.
Well, your family, it sounds like, are not only extremely proud of you for going to school, but also going to an Ivy League school because they're first-generation immigrants to America, correct?
Right.
And not only are they proud of you going to school, they're proud of you going to that school, and they place a lot of value, as you do, based on your language that you used, on Ivy League. And so the point is they're heavily invested emotionally in this whole process. So I don't think there are words that you're going to say that are going to change that.
Okay.
In other words, I think that you need to be prepared to go, Mom and Dad, I love you, and I understand why this is so important to you, but it's important to me to get out into the workplace, and I'll finish up my master's in an adult program, maybe even not at an Ivy. Because in your world, in the IT world, a master's degree is not necessary for success.
Right.
And the master's degree from Ivy League is sure as crud not necessary for success in your world. Got tons of people who did not graduate from college making $200,000 a year working for me in technology, and they don't even have a college degree.
Right.
And if they do, I sure didn't look to see if they went to an Ivy. I looked to see if they could fix a freaking computer or make it be coded. That's all I wanted them to do.
Right.
And I'm the employer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexandra, it's going to be a matter of having a reset for them. You know, I love the fact that you know exactly how much student loan debt you have. And I would love for you to spend some time to educate them on what's it going to look like for you to try to chop that down. How hard are you going to have to work? What's it going to take? And so you give them a good opportunity to have this learning experience. But I wouldn't be asking, I would be stating. Mama Hogan told me something. I was 16 and I told her I was going to use her car. And she looked at me and she said, bless your heart. And I knew what that meant. I was about to go night-night. I was about to fall down because she owned the car. I couldn't
And she
tell
owned
her.
a frying pan, too.
And so what I'm telling you is, as to use one of her phrases, I'm not debating, I'm stating. And I don't want you to go in with your parents to try to debate this, but help them to understand and then state for them that they need to, what you've raised them, they've raised you to be a smart, independent, thinking person, and it's time for you to get to work to chop this debt down out of your life, and you're going to look at adding school later on when you can cash flow it.
If it is needed for your success.
Right.
You do not go get an Ivy League master's degree for no freaking reason if it is not needed for your career path. Because that's a lot of money.
I want to go into robotics. So,
Do what?
Yeah. I want to go into robotics.
Yeah. And you think everybody in robotics has a master's from an Ivy League? Wrong answer. They don't. They are spatially gifted. They can see things in 3D in their head, and they've taken that natural gifting, and they move into that field, and they apply technology to it. And I've got friends that own robotics companies. And so it's, again, it's not, you know, I think you're in a particular world that has told you a particular narrative and script that out here in the real world you might find not to be true. So I'm not saying you can't go back or that you'd be dumb to go back and get your master's at an Ivy League in technology. I think that when you get out here and you figure out that it's not necessary for you to be successful in your career field, you may choose to go back or you may not choose to go back. Anyway, back to your parents. Here's what I would tell you. You always start with someone who's been a blessing to you, reminding them that they have. Mom and Dad, I'm so grateful. You are incredible superstars. You have set the table for our family to win. You've gone through such hard times and gone through such sacrifice to get us these opportunities, and I don't take that lightly. I also know that this education and me getting it is very important to you to feel like your sacrifice was worth it, and I want to tell you it was worth it, and I'm going to prove to you that it was worth it. I have made the decision, though, that I am not going to continue and get my master's until I get into the workplace and chop this student loan down, because it's starting to overwhelm me, and it's starting to become emotionally a burden to me. That's a lot of money, and I need to get rid of that, and then I will return and get my master's if I need to in order to win in my career field. And it's just a matter of stating gratitude, humility. And then, as Hogan said, we're not opening up, you're not asking their opinion, you're telling them you're not coming back for a master's. And that's what you need to do in this situation. And so there's lots of people you can be kind to, but that don't have a vote.
Yes, that's so true. And you could hear, Dave, even as you were talking to her, in her mind, they've ingrained in her she needs that master's.
Well, she believes it.
And she believes it. And so hearing that, and hopefully her cracking the door and realizing that, hey, we're only telling you what we know out here in the real world. And you've got a great opportunity as you move forward, young lady. Keep your head up.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you're going to be able to do. You're obviously very smart, and you're obviously intellectually bright, and you're obviously, again, I'll just tell you, the statistics on families like yours are very, very good on your probability of success. Matter of fact, folks, if you didn't know this, we're going to do a millionaire theme hour later today. Chris and I will. And if you immigrate to this country legally from another country, you are 4 times more likely to become a millionaire than one of us that was born here.
Whoa.
Because the Statue of Liberty means something.
Yeah.
Freedom, the free enterprise system, the freedom to choose to save, sacrifice, and invest means something different than one of us that grew up in suburbia playing Atari, watching Mayberry reruns. And so it's just a different thing.
It is a different mindset.
Everybody can do it, but you're in a good situation there, young lady.